Hello everyone,
And
and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Soumya Bish, Social Media Manager at AI CERTs, and I'll be your host for this session. On behalf of AI CERTs, thank you for taking out the time to join us. We're delighted to have participants from across the APAC region and beyond. So, today's session, as we all know, is titled Add AI Certifications to Your Training Business, APAC's Fastest Path to New Revenue. Now, we all know that enterprise demand for AI skills across APAC is outpacing what most organizations can hire for. For training providers, that gap is a revenue line waiting to be built. Today, we look at how to build it quickly. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for the day, Mr. Rajjat Seth, Sales Operation Manager at AI CERTs. Rajat is a seasoned sales and business operations professional with extensive experience in driving revenue, growth, optimizing sales processes, and building strategic partnerships. At AI Certs, he plays a role in expanding partner relationships and supporting organizations as they capitalize on the growing demand for AI certifications and workforce development programs. We're excited to hear his insights on how organizations and learning providers can position themselves to meet enterprise demand for AI skills. Rajat, the floor is all yours now.
thank you so much, Soumya. I hope I'm loud and clear and visible. So just checking. Okay, welcome everybody. And today, here's what I would like to, cover with you for the next probably 40 minutes. I'm going to show you how the training providers across APAC are moving beyond one-off awareness workshops, or rather making it completely a scalable, repeatable enterprise learning business. Okay. Now, we'll cover why many of the providers are getting stuck, what enterprise ready ones are probably doing different, what infrastructure actually to build, and how AI certs can plug in instead of building it yourself from the scratch. Let's look at it quickly. When we talk about why most training providers are what they are missing in the 30-day launch window in the APAC's fastest growing AI market. Now, core problem. Running AI awareness workshop and building a repeatable revenue model around the enterprise workforce readiness. Now, these are two different elements that we think and we should talk about. We look at what most of the providers currently offer. It usually offers one market AI awareness workshops. The content has to be rebuilt from the scratch. The credentials have limited recognition, and the delivery completely depends where it happens to be. Now, these are the burning issues that we talk about. And what does it actually cost you? Every new market needs new content, new positioning work right from the scratch. Your credibility has to be rebuilt with every single buyer or every single learner or every single client. Compliance expectations are different from one country to another. Delivery quality becomes completely inconsistent. And of course, the sales cycle as a whole, it goes down because you don't have a repeatable offer to point to. Now, compare that to the enterprise ready providers. What they build industry aligned, role based certifications, vendor aligned curriculum, portable digital credentials, and standardized delivery and assessment models. Here's the payoff. Buyers trust the offer faster. And the bottom line being that one path leads to a business that can win isolated workshops but struggles to scale. The other leads to a business built to capture enterprise demand across multiple APAC markets. What are the APAC providers need? What do APAC providers need to get right to launch a certified AI practice in 30 days? Let's do that. Now, we're looking at the three building blocks of a certified AI changes. Now, these three building blocks, if I talk about, are nothing but the ones which are globally recognized certifications, standards, and compliances, and a proven partner ecosystem. Now, looking at the first one, if I have to talk about, buyer needs role-based certifications. It's as simple as that. Now, that are aligned to real job functions, vendor-aligned curriculum, and if we talk about credentials that travel across APAC and recognized certification structure. Why does building the market fail? Because recognition has to be re-earned and over and over a time to rebuild. Now, the second important aspect here, which is the compliance, as I mentioned earlier, it changes from one geography to another. Buyers need compliance with APAC data regulations, quality documentation, audit-ready training records, and ROI measurement frameworks. Building this alone fails every APAC market under different regulatory frameworks. Now, legal and compliance work multiplies fast. The documentation gets inconsistent. Looking at the third and the most important aspect in this entire journey is the proven partner ecosystem. Buyers do actually want a track record of successful enterprise. They want AI learning implementations, multi-market delivery capability, sorry, and enterprise client references. Doing this independently fails because credibility takes years to build alone. Expansion proof is hard to manufacture, and the new markets, of course, repeatable support. Now, the question becomes, sorry, the question becomes, do you build all three of these yourself, market by market, or do you plug into the infrastructure that's already solved this? Let's talk about why the speed matters first. Now, looking at why speed wins in APAC. Now, this complexity here is completely real if you talk about it, if you think about it. And that's exactly why providers with enterprise-ready, repeatable infrastructure are the ones who are capturing this next wave faster than than everyone else. The first challenge. Now, let's look at the first challenge: the regulatory framework or fragmentation. Every APAC market has a different expectation and evaluates workforce readiness completely the providers differently. Now, what works in one market might not be necessary will work in the other. Now, if I have to talk about it, as I mentioned earlier, every new geography adds legal and positioning work, and expansion slows down every time the materials have to be rebuilt. Now, that's the biggest challenge that we face. The second challenge, instructor availability, and I personally feel that's the biggest challenge. The instructor availability across markets. APAC spans multiple time zones. Qualified AI instructors are very hard to hire and retain. That's one of the biggest problems. And the same small talent pool is being contested in practically about every sector. The result, new market launches they get delayed without any ready instructor support. The third and the most important challenge, the reality. Let's look at the reality. AI tools and models, they change consistently as we speak right now. By the spur of the moment, if I have to say that, as we speak currently, there are updates. There are, the tools are evolving. There are updates that are available by the second, by the minute as we talk. Now, how do we keep our people relevant? How do we want to keep the learners relevant? Now, what can actually help over here is by the time the problem here arises that by the time you have updated yourself or the one market gets updated or becomes relevant, the other one, it's about time the other one is already getting irrelevant or out of date. Now, what it means is basically nothing, but expansion turns into a constant cycle of rebuilding. So the thought here across all of these three providers, all of these is that providers that standardize the core offer and adapt locally rather than rebuilding from scratch every time are the ones who move faster and win. Uh, let's look at why single market AI offers cannot support a 30-day practice launch across the APAC. Now, I will talk you through the actual questions enterprise buyers are asking, and I will show you why single market why single market offers are usually struggling to answer them, and why scalable models win instead. Now, the first buyer question here is, how do you keep training? How do you keep training relevant as AI changes this fast? Now, simple answer, and as simple as it gets, that the single market offer, it fails because the updates are slow and they are resource intensive. Localization delays the rollout, and multiple markets fall out of sync with each other. Scalable models win because shared updates reduce rework across every market, vendor aligned pathways stay current automatically, and markets can adapt and deploy faster. While the second buyer question, now let's look at the second one. Why should we trust this offer across teams or markets? Single market offer fails because generic workshops just don't have durable value. The internal credentials don't travel well. Credibility has to be re-explained every single time. Scalable models win because role-based certifications create clearer relevance. Recognition improves the buyer confidence, and of course, one strong offer can serve. Let's look at the third buyer question. How do you ensure consistent outcomes across locations? Single market offer fails because delivery varies by the instructor, learner outcomes varies by region, and quality control gets harder the more you expand. Now, the scalable models win because of the standardized curriculum. It improves the consistency. Instructor enablement that supports repeatability, and of course, the outcomes are actually easier to measure across all the markets. So, just in a nutshell, would like to repeat: outdated content, weak market recognition, and inconsistent quality. These are the three failure points. And now let's look another three that are prevalent in the market right now. Another question, another buyer question. Let's look at that. How fast can you launch in our market? Now, or how will this align with the local procurement? Uh, if I have to answer this, the question remaining that the single market offer fails because the compliance gets recreated manually. The documentation of differs by the market, and risk goes up with every new geography. Scalable models win because the standards aligned models are easier to adapt. Documentation can be reused, and enterprise buyers are less execution risk. So the fifth question: how fast can you launch in our market? Now, single market offers, again, if I have to talk about, they have go-to-market assets which have to be rebuilt manually. This is something that we discussed earlier. Delivery setup slows down the expansion, and new launches just take too long. Now, something that is already built, why the scalable model wins? Because something that is already built, delivery systems are ready to activate, and new market entry becomes faster. Let's look at the sixth question. Can you show the model actually working across the markets? Now, the single the single offer fails because proof points the stay local expansion claims feel untested, and the buyer hesitation increases. However, on the flip side, if I talk about the scalable model, it wins because of the ecosystem. The ecosystem scales, strengthens the trust, existing proof, supports new market and expansion, completely feels credible instead of being experimental. Now, what a scalable business would look like. We offer, we something that we offer is 70 plus. Now, in fact, very sites on this, we have seven role-based certifications that we offer. Launch the market, then expand. Speed to launch, you can launch in 40 to 45. Yeah. The proven ecosystem, existing scale and proof points that strengthen the credibility and every new enterprise, because there is no revalidation required every time and again. There is no revalidation that is needed. Quality assurance, standardized curriculum, instructor enablement. We enable your instructors in a span of 40 to 45 days to deliver the certifications that you choose from us. And of course, cross-market readiness, compliance-aware positioning built for full diversity of APAC's regulatory environments, because we follow the standard compliances. We follow the standard compliances of ISO 17024 2012, and we are also compliant to the American National Accreditation Board. Now, the most important line that you should remember, or probably is to remember, the fastest growing APAC partners are not rebuilding their AI awareness business for every new market. They are only scaling one repeatable, exactly the emphasis. And what is the right infrastructure like? Now let's look at that. Okay, very important aspect we're going to discuss. Let's look at the timeline of all of it from scratch, and every single time. The cost definitely goes high. The risk, inconsistent positioning, delayed launches, and rising complexity. Now, if I have to talk about that, basically, we try to manage multiple markets that were all built independently to each other, hence the higher risk. The result, a fragmented enterprise AI workforce program that gets harder to scale with every new geography you add, which is exactly the opposite of what you actually want. And looking at the reality check, if I have to talk, by the time you rebuild for the next market, faster moving competitors are already there. Now, another scenario, now let's look at the alternative. This is about entering a new market faster without rebuilding your workforce readiness program from scratch every time. Now look at the timeline. Let's look at the timeline. It's 6 weeks to launch. I'll be very precise here. It's not months, it's only 6 weeks, and that's the maximum. 6 weeks to launch, faster to expand. The faster still to expand into additional markets after that. Now, a program or a certification program or something that only takes 6 weeks to launch is the speed that we are looking at across the APAC market. 77 role-based certifications, which are completely vendor-aligned curriculum. We have built-in assets that we provide you, which are standard ready delivery model, a proven partner ecosystem, ready to use go-to-market support. Now, that's something I will talk a little in detail about once we move ahead. And instructor enablement plus the platform access. All of it already built for you. The investment, if I look at, way lower infrastructure burden, which is upfront. Why? Compared to building this when you build it in-house. Now, if I talk about the risk, lower, simply because the core infrastructure already exists. You having one to build right from zero. The result, a multi-market enterprise AI workforce transformation program that expands with more speed and a lot of less reinvention. These are some of the few top players that we have, or top partners that we have across the globe. Please take a look. You can see them on our website as well. Netcom Learning, Fastlane, Mindtree, Tech365, Defense Network, FlexTech, TechScales, so on and so forth. We have 500 plus instructors which are available across the globe. 7 certifications, I mentioned, partners, and 90 plus. I am so sorry, my system is getting stuck. 90 plus countries that we cater to. Let's move ahead. All right. Very important aspect. Now let me actually try and give you a sense of scale, sense of the scale uh, uh, how we look at the complete stack. Now, please understand, starting with the content, very important, extremely important. Starting with the content, always updated. 77 role-based certifications, developer, executive, business security ethics. They are all of them are built for the APAC, demand-driven, enterprise-aligned. And now, if I want to be really clear on this point, you don't have to do this. We do it. AI CERTs does it from their end. Now, looking at the looking at the next point, the exams, credible certification, a proctored certification platform, which is called the Proctor 365. It supports both remote and in-person exam administration. Now, alignment to ISO IEC 17024, the standard that we talked about, plus the vendor endorsement. Stackable micro credentials and full certifications, they are all blockchain backed. Anybody who has a barcode scanner can scan the credentials from anywhere across the globe and they can be verified. Okay. Blockchain backed digital verification, CERT 365 that employers can verify directly, as I mentioned, and an exam engine which is built to handle thousands of concurrent learners, not hundreds, but thousands. And the third and the most important one, the go-to-market support. As I mentioned, we will talk about in detail. Co-branded marketing assets. Now, landing pages, email templates, materials, a partner portal with LMS and courseware. We offer everything to you from day one. We offer you a partner portal access. It's like a dashboard. I will show you once we move ahead. It's like a dashboard where you can have the access of how many learners are enrolled, what is their current stage of learning, have they cleared, not cleared, everything gets covered under one dashboard. We also provide you with kits, flyers, editables, which can be used on the social media platform. For your promotion, we give you everything. We even assign you a product marketing manager who helps you in all the go-to-market initiatives. Now, here's the number I really want you to hear. Okay. Your total investment to access this is completely stacked. In this entire stack is zero. No platform licensing fee, no content development cost, no vendor partnership fee, no infrastructure build out. What does this actually mean? It means nothing, but we launch in weeks, not months, with content that's always current. You can command premium pricing. Learners get credible, portable certifications and build the employer trust that generates recurring annual renewal revenue for you. And on the go-to-market side, you do not have to build the market. You do not have to build marketing, lead generation, or enterprise credibility from the scratch. Everything is ready on day one itself, and you will have access to it once you get onboarded as a partner. You can actually start generating the revenue within weeks. Some of the certifications that are available, that are there online, you can see them here also. You can check our website for the details. Now, if I have to talk about this particular element, which is we offer AI all access subscription. Now, there are three levels which is literacy, fluency, and mastery. Literacy basically is the foundation level. Programs that create a shared AI language across every enterprise client. Now, that's literacy, which is the basic foundation level programs that we offer. Fluency, if I have to say, now fluency is the role-based application that tracks measurable productivity across different job functions. And mastery is the advanced level certifications for specialists. and leaders. We offer you all levels. The commercial opportunity, please be mindful. Let's look at this very carefully. 50 subscriptions per enterprise. That's exactly your investment. One per user license, one price, zero complexity. Automatic inclusion of all new. You get access to every new certification that we launch. Annual subscriptions create the recurring partner revenue. It's an entire subscription where the learner gets access to the subscription for 12 months straight. Your investment, minimum purchase, 50 subscriptions. That's it. No recurring fee, no partnership fee, no annual charge, no sharing of profits, nothing. And everything you get, everything we talked about, you get access to it right from day one of onboarding. Let's look at the pillars in the how do we plug in and how is everything ready for you. Let's look at the curriculum and content. We already talked about ready to use fully courseware. The content is completely prepared. It's ready to use. You can start delivering the content right from the 6th week of your onboarding. No content building, no SME hiring, no curriculum design. You do not have to start from the scratch, as I mentioned. There's nothing that needs to be built from the scratch. It's all readily available for you. Industry aligned and not DIY stacks that you have to assemble yourself. It's all industry aligned. We follow certain compliances, as I mentioned, which we talk about in global credibility, that it's a vendor aligned curriculum. We follow standard compliances of ISO IEC certification. We are completely aligned with them. The standard is 17024 2012. And of course, the American National Accreditation Board. They are globally recognized credentials that we offer and credentials that can be verified from anywhere across the globe, as I had said. Time to revenue. Now, you can actually go ahead and launch your first program within months, within weeks. Now, when I talk about weeks, I mentioned 4 to 6 weeks post your onboarding, and you're good to go to the market. You're ready to launch. The content is already available for you, so zero content development time. All the time that is needed is just for your trainers to get upskilled while you train your trainers, complimentary part of the deal, and that's it. Ready to use delivery material, your trainers can start delivering easily into the market. Technology stack, very important. An exam engine plus a proctored certification platform, LMS access with a learner analytics dashboard, and a cloud-based AI labs environment. We provide you everything. The learners for the technical certifications also get cloud-based AI lab access where they can practice real time. We are 70% practical knowledge and 30% theory when it comes to our technical certifications. We provide the LMS access. We also give trainers, we give access to the training content, to the content material, to the trainers as well, through a trainers portal. You get access to everything. So you can readily have access to the content that you deliver, and the trainer can be upskilled on that to deliver. Integration ready, works with your existing system. We provide with all the important integrations like website, LMS integration, everything. And as I mentioned, the support systems, train the trainer, instructor enablement, plus resource libraries, continuous content updates. You will never fall behind. As I mentioned earlier also, the content is updated once in a quarter, which is once in 3 months on a real-time basis, making and keeping the learner relevant in the market. Marketing assets, very important. The co-branded, now when I spoke about the co-branded marketing materials, localized marketing kits, professional landing pages, email campaigns, social media assets. Now, we provide you practically with everything. Kits, we provide you with editables. You can put your logo and start promoting it on social media. And as I mentioned, we provide you with a product marketing manager who will be able to help you with all the GTMs, go-to-market initiatives. Everything will be available right from day one. Now, if I talk about the ROI demonstration, outcome dashboards covering completion rates, exam scores, certifications issued, industry salary benchmarks per certification, everything is available at your disposal. The regional advantage, APAC specific. Now, APAC specific marketing campaigns and value propositions that we offer, they are tailored specifically for India, ASEAN, Japan, and Singapore, and the regional compliance market positioning support. Now, that's the advantage you get in this particular aspect. On-demand generation, co-branded marketing templates and campaigns, a partner directory listing that generates leads, and a regional event and conference support as well. Enterprise proposal and documentation support. Now, if I have to talk about the micro modular programs, these are ready to use AI learning tracks that shorten the sales cycle, stackable credentials with multiple entry and exit points, and flexible packaging across enterprise, self-paced and instructor-led formats. Now, we are offering everything under this entire platform to you, which is readily available for you to go and start selling and delivering. We have flexible revenue models. You can deliver instructor-led cohorts. Self-paced programs can be launched as well. You can run the corporate training deals, and you can run even hybrid models. Scalability is fast. You can start with a minimal, as I said, 50 certifications and expand to the entire portfolio. Go from single market to multi-markets in India, Singapore, ASEAN, all throughout the APAC region. Now, building this recurring revenue, annual enterprise contracts are the best. Long-term partnerships. You can get into multi-year agreements, annual enterprise contracts. The margin structure, very important. You earn on every learner per seat or license. You can scale up margins as volume increases. There is no royalty fee, transparent and predictable pricing. And of course, these are multiple revenue streams that we are offering you upfront. Instructor-led training, self-paced enterprise, and of course, you can also have government enterprises join hands with you. The competitive advantage, we offer global certifications that the competitors, of course, cannot match. We deliver faster than the competitors because these are ready to market, ready to go, ready to be delivered in the market immediately. You can command premium pricing as per the paying capacity of your learner. You can charge while you purchase from us at a very, very minimal cost. The pricing we are going to share post this entire conversation. We are going to share the pricing and everything with you separately. And of course, reduce the operational risk. Now, these are 4 different ways where we can join hands and become partners. The first one, Authorized Training Partner, the ATP model. You start with a minimum investment, become the go-to AI training provider in your region, deliver certification, completely certification aligned training with full instructor kits, assessment, and marketing support. You get basically everything. You get access to the bulk pricing. You can run cohorts under your brand and earn revenue on every learner you certify. Now that's the best. Who is it for? Training institutes, edtech platforms, skill academies. Now the second kind of partnership that we have, the academic alliance partner. If you have associations with universities, colleges, vocational institutes, we can offer you an academic alliance partnership. We can also offer an association partnership. This is basically primarily for chambers, federations, and member-driven organizations at a larger level, basically. And then we have an affiliate partner for consultants and influencers, people who work alone, basically. This is how the partners portal looks like. This is the dashboard I was talking about. You can have a one view snapshot of how many learners are enrolled, how many have attempted for exams, how many certifications have been completed, It can track every learner's progress. This can be ready-made co-branded marketing assets, manage these certifications, exams, and renewals right from your partner's portal access. And of course, you can also from this portal, you can monitor your revenue and payouts as well. That's how our LMS looks like. The learning management system. There are four different ways of learning for every learner. Diversified. Uh, they can listen, they can watch, they can read, and they can discuss. Basically, audio, video, ebook, and a podcast method of learning. They can change to any method of learning at any given point in time as per their convenience. That's the best flexibility we can provide to our learners in today's evolving times. Here's the roadmap of how to become a high-performing AI portfolio partner across APAC. Start with choosing your AI CERTs program, tailored for APAC enterprises, academic, and government. Second stage, we sign up the partnership agreement and we do the setup. Finalize the partnership agreement and the commercial terms. Select the delivery model, how you want to become our partner, whether you want to become an ATP, authorized training partner, an academic partner. You define your target markets and the certification portfolio. Moving on to the next stage, seamless onboarding and get access to the courseware, exam engine, and proctoring. We talked about the courseware is ready to be plugged in. It's readily available. It's all created. The exam engine and proctoring are embedded in the LMS itself. The LMS platform we provide that's readily available for the learners. And of course, the partners portal that I showed you. Everything, all this available on day one of your onboarding, you get access. Stage 4, launch the marketing and demand generation, co-branded marketing assets, webinars, email templates. We provide you everything for your marketing. You do not have to spend a single rupee for that or a single dollar for that. Stage 5, deliver your first cohorts, flexible delivery models. You can deliver in any format, instructor-led, online hybrid. We will also be training your trainers, and of course, self-paced learning even without in-house trainers. You don't have in-house trainers, we can provide you a trainer at a variable cost. That's not a problem. We can start off your business, help you out by providing you a trainer if you don't have one for yourself. We will do that for you. And the most important and the last stage, scale across enterprise, government, and new markets. Corporate eligible teams. You can offer multiple certifications. You can get into government contracts. You can tie up with university. You can take our entire portfolio anywhere across any market because we cover every important role or a job role that is prevalent in the market right now. Every quarter you wait, another provider locks up APAC's fastest growing certified AI training market and launches their practice ahead of you. Let's cut that down and move ahead. You pick the model that fits your best ambition, we handle the rest. Here's the QR code, everybody. You can go ahead and scan the QR code. One of our business development managers will be in touch with you. We can directly go ahead and book a meeting and get on to becoming a partner or joining hands. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening and being here today. Over to you, Soumya.
Thank you so much, Rajat, for the very insightful session. Uh, If any of the people who have participated, we were not able to get to your question, please connect with the AI CERTs team and we'll be happy to continue the conversation. Participation certificates will also be sent via CERTs 365 and the recording will be shared within 48 hours. Thank you, Rajat, again for sharing the
Thank you.
practical strategies and for helping us better understand the opportunities in enterprise AI learning across APAC. And thank you, everyone, for your time and engagement. Have a great day.